And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Welcome along to episode 85 of the Squared Circle Relics Podcast. The lead host this time round, Colonel Chaos himself, and as ever, joined by CMC and the Prez. Boys, how you doing this Thursday evening?
Good, man.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, this week has just rushed past. It really has. But
I mean,
gone.
It's definitely autumn. We've all got our lights on now. It's only 7:10.
It's dark. It is dark. But not the first time this week I've seen Chris. We went to our soulless pub in the darkest, deepest reaches of St. Neots. It was good times. Well done, mate. Thank you for
Lovely
everything.
To see you.
Again, thank you for everything you do. It was Chris basically helps us with our eBay because he's the eBay king. So
He's our project manager, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's over all the product.
I'm in charge of your pocket money.
yeah, no.
But Jamie, how are you? And while we're speaking of eBay, you've got your own little eBay story to say, haven't you? What you been up to?
So I had another eBay account, which I had it was like wrestling. It's just a wrestling cards one that I had set up. And I had a guy message me on eBay yesterday and say, "Oh, when am I going to receive this card?" And I thought, what the fuck's this all about? No, I've got nothing listed on my own eBay. And it transpired that a card I listed from a Top Trump set back in 2020, it's been sat on eBay for 5 years. And the guy had bought it 4 weeks ago, and I obviously didn't get any notification of it until he sent me a direct message. So I was like, I haven't got this fucking card. So I messaged Chris, like, by any chance have you got my Top Trumps? And he was like, yeah, I have. So Chris comes saving today, not only looking at my product, but also sending out on my old eBay behalf. So I refunded the guy and said, I'm very sorry, I don't use this account. But yeah, Chris had the old stock that was still there for 5 years ago. It wasn't like a big card. It was like a £3 Randy Orton Top Trump card. So it's mad what people look for.
It was the one that he was missing.
Yeah, you know it. So,
but yeah, that's got out today for you, Jamie. I will pull you up here. Actually, you haven't sent me the postage money.
Oh no, chaos! I'll do it in a minute.
£1.70, please, if you will.
Like live transactions going on the show. But yeah, thank you very much for saving my hours.
Bill.
Yeah, I'll just
end.
take it off your bill.
Take off the bill.
Oh dear. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. You know, just like, could have been waiting 4 weeks for it. I went on the old eBay account and look, he bought it like at the beginning of the month. So I thought, poor bastard's been sat for that Randy Orton Top Trumps card. I bet he was getting his ass kicked playing Top Trumps until he get that one card.
I need my Randy Orton.
The Super Orton.
More Randy Orton later on in the show.
Oh yeah, Orton is king. Yeah.
But
So
anything else, Jamie? Anything?
no, that's it. Nothing else. How about you boys? How's things been for the last fortnight for you two?
I think shared experience, Chris, isn't it? Kids going into nursery and just
I tell you,
the rigmarole, man.
I had a morning this morning. Speaking of this, fuck me. So I wake up. I had an issue with both, one issue each, basically. Wake up. You know, when you wake up, first thing you do, go to toilet. I'm the same. I go to toilet. My youngest
Takes forever.
goes in there. No, it's just a quick piss. He goes in there. I just leave him to it. Yeah, don't do that. And
sorry.
And then I just hear crying, and I'm like, what the fuck? We'll go back. I'm getting ready. I go back in the toilet, and he's standing with the toilet behind him, and he's pissing forwards. So the wrong direction of the toilet. And I'm like, sit down. I'm just like, all he had to do was sit down.
Yeah.
So I had that, which fine, we cleaned him up, it was all good. But then 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, I get a call from my oldest son's school. You haven't given Ted his school uniform. He had PE first thing. And I'm like, oh, motherfucker. And I'm like, has he looked in his bag? Because I packed his bag and it is 100% in his bag. He hadn't even looked in his fucking bag.
Oh,
I'm like,
Jesus.
bruv. And he's getting himself all worked up at the reception, and just what a morning with kids, fucking hell.
Did the school not say to him, check your bag, could you, Ted?
You would have thought that, maybe.
Before they ring the parent, yeah.
This is how bad it is, I even put his white shirt on the top of all the school uniforms so that it would be clear that there is uniform in his bag. And I was like, right, this is the end. I'm not packing your school bag for you anymore. You need to do it yourself. Because if he'd done it himself, he would have known. Anyway. I'll stop moaning.
What a wally.
Fucking what a morning. And I'm trying to go and get my hair cut, and I'm like, nightmare.
Oh, dude. You got that to come soon.
No, well, I'm living it with nurseries at the minute, so I can't really say much, but I'm not enjoying the experience while trying to find a job at the same time at the minute. It's been a tough couple of weeks, really, since it feels like the summer's over, and now all the hard shit is in play here, and it's been a bit tough, but nice so we can come on here and decompress, and then
100%.
Yeah,
I say decompress. There's a lot. There's probably a lot to slag off today, so I think that'll help us, all of us.
I mean, look, it's the end of September, boys. Get October on the way, Halloween through, then it's on the road to Christmas. So that's always good, isn't it? So
yeah.
Very true.
So fine, let's get into what we have been watching then. So we've already had a busy few weeks. We'll start things off with the big pay-per-view of the past weekend, All Out. Did any of you boys watch All Out?
I did not. I watched the other one, which we'll talk about afterwards, probably.
I didn't even know. I've seen loads. I've seen everything in clips. I've watched loads of like review shows and things like that. But no, I haven't actually watched the pay-per-view.
No, I've seen like all the clips. So I've got it on my Twitter ready to kind of watch through, but I ended up just watching all the clips and highlights really over the weekend.
Yeah.
I think as always, AEW, loads of things going on. Never a dull moment, never a dull card. I mean, a few big changes. I think we'll go through our prediction results very shortly anyway. But yeah, interesting results all around. And then we had WrestlePalooza on pretty much straight after and going into All Out as well. So, Lloyd, you watched WrestlePalooza. Chris, did you watch it?
Again, same thing. To be honest, I had intentions to watch it, but then what I was hearing about it and kind of what I'd seen from clips, I don't really want to. It looked shit.
To be fair, I think the reviews are quite scathing on it, and I did think it was okay. Like for me, generally when I say things are okay, it's
not
normally
dog shit.
It's not. You know what I mean? I'm very vocal when stuff is very poor and very shit, and do better. I didn't mind it. I thought it was quite good. I think ultimately the problem is obviously another Cody Rhodes. Like that, nothing happens at the end. Cody Rhodes just wins. Yay!
Boring.
Boring. But even though, I mean, you look at the card, it's quite straightforward who's going to win. But the Stephanie Vakor match against Vakir.
Yeah, I've heard it a few ways this week.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was a really good match. I thought it was entertaining. It was very back and forth. She won. Spoilers, she won with a modified spiral tap that she's used before in big matches. I like that. I like the fact of use a special finisher for a special match. I think that's really cool. I think that people should do that more often, to be honest. Especially when you're up and coming as well, and not just an old sod, you know what I mean, that's been around that just does one move at the end and everyone goes, ooh. I really enjoyed that match. I very much skipped through CM Punk and AJ Lee, and
I've heard that was really long.
I mean, it was almost 30 minutes, so it was
a long time for a tag match, really. I think you do get tag match fatigue, don't you?
But the thing is, it was watchable if you like those people. You know what I mean? I just don't like AJ. I find it very, very concerning that people like to watch a 35-year-old skipping around like a 14-year-old. I think that is.
Or even better when Seth did it.
Yeah. I do find it extremely bizarre that is what people. I found it weird when she was in her 20s doing it, or like early 20s doing it, and now she's in her mid 30s. I want to say mid 30s.
Yeah, she's like 35, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it really weird that people think that that's normal,
acceptable.
Acceptable. I don't. Each to their own. We've always said it. I just find it a bit.
It's not for you.
Skipping is a great way.
I think it shouldn't be for. I think it shouldn't be for a lot of people personally. But whatever. Like you like what you like, but whatever.
I want to see Lloydie skipping.
It's
a great way to get around. But
you know what I mean?
Absolutely right. There's probably an age about 7 or 8 where you have to stop skipping places.
It's like that Michael McIntyre sketch about the skipping across the stage, double quick time.
I just don't. I find it really strange that grown men. I think like we don't talk about this enough on the pod, and I don't want to start off the podcast like this, but we don't talk enough about the perviness in collecting and like people.
It's a Lloydie talk coming
collecting, up. It's people who like people because they're sexy, you know what I mean? And that's ultimately, and they're being big pervs about it. But and that bleeds into the collecting. We don't talk about it often enough. And I think it would annoy a lot of people if we did, because I think it touches on the nerve of a lot of people. But I really do think that there is a line, and this AJ Lee stuff is very much over the line for me personally. I don't think it's like overly sexualized. I just think it's what a child does.
It's just a bit strange. Yeah,
and I think it's wrong. You know what I mean? So
it tickles CM Punk's fancy, doesn't it? So there you go.
Well, and that probably says a lot about CM Punk as well.
Moving on.
I like the Vision thing. I like the Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker beating the Usos. I thought that was good. I loved the Brock Lesnar, John Cena. It got a bit much after the 6th, 7th.
The kids were crying.
Yeah.
There was kids in the crowd crying. Can I got a question about this match? A, what the fuck? And B, Paul Heyman announcing Brock. I thought that was weird. I mean, I love that introduction and everything, but it just seemed really like, what? I thought I don't know.
It's not in with the character,
sense.
is it? Yeah, it's not with the character. It's not what he's currently doing. It's very much a case of the fans would like that, and then just do it. It's very much this reaction thing, just to, again, like I said before, just to create those moments. It makes no sense in storyline, but it makes a viral moment of him redoing the entrance again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's really the one thing I got from that is that the way that Brock looks in a minute, and he looks, fantastic. He's in probably the best shape he's been.
Great hair
since early 2000s. You know what I mean? He looks fantastic. But I mean, this is Johnny Tancredi right now. I know he listens, and I'm sure he'll agree with me. It just reminds me of Superman versus Doomsday, because Doomsday looks exactly like Brock Lesnar does now.
Bron Lesnar.
And John Cena is obviously Superman, and it will always be. But it just came off as very, very comic centric storyline. I loved it. I think it was great. I just think it went way over the top with the beatdown. I think it should have been a lot quicker match than it was, to be honest. It went on for 8 minutes 50. Everyone said it was a squash match. You can't do a squash match in 8 minutes 50. That's not a squash match. But I think, and John Cena did like the him attitude adjustment, whatever you want to fucking call it, like 3 times, and he kicked out of it, kind of thing. So I do think Brock should have just decimated him and go to the
Kofi style.
I think so. I think that would have probably stopped the crying of the children for so long. Maybe, I don't know.
He's already dead.
Well,
He's already dead.
They perked up when Cody Rhodes won at the end of the night. I'm sure they did. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, like all in all, I didn't think it was a bad. Like,
I think is the
I've
issue.
I've seen a lot fucking worse.
Yeah, but one of the issues is Triple H lies every week. Basically, he'd said there was going to be some kind of big thing, and then nothing really happened. What was the big thing that Stephanie McMahon's going into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
that's basically it, isn't it? Yeah.
We don't care.
it was quite funny.
Actually, I'd love it if Vince had got in there, but not Steph.
It was quite funny the way that he was like, Taker looked like a kid in a candy shop doing it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think he's obviously known her for pretty much a lot of her life.
Yeah.
But it was quite funny that people were just like, you once crucified her on national TV. I thought it was quite funny. I do think, like you mentioned Triple H, there's another thing that we've never really talked about on this podcast, and I think maybe we should at some point. We're going to glorify Triple H later on during the show, 100% with his cards and stuff like that. Great, and I think cool. And I do love Triple H as the wrestler. I think he was. I think he was very well. I think it was very divisive with his in-ring monologues that went on for 20 minutes etc. But I think he was a great wrestler. I enjoyed watching him. But him as the runner of WWE, I have got a lot of problems with Triple H running WWE. And it's taken me a long time to come up with that in my head. The reason being is because he comes from an era where a totalitarian state runs WWE. It's people who are toys in their toy box. That's Vince. It was his company, etc. Do you not get the sense that Triple H is doing the same thing?
Yeah, I think
to some level.
Yeah, I think also you're getting to the point now where everything is Triple H this, and like they hammer it in so heavy, like WrestlePalooza opening up with Triple H doing his, we're scripted and all, and doing all this big thing and appearing on everything. Like it's very much a case of a bit too much Triple H on the product. At least I guess with Vince in some ways, like he was behind the scenes and what he was doing behind the scenes, but he wasn't there front and centre every single show telling you how good you all are and stuff, So I do feel there's a bit too much Triple H about, I think.
And you said he's had some great matches. Well, not according to Bret Hart. You see that this week? No. Fucking hell, Bret. Jesus, shut up, man.
Was that on his Inside the Ropes tour, was it?
Yeah, you said... I've seen the clip, and he says something like, he's just like, personally, I don't think he's ever had a decent match in his life, or something like that, which is obviously not like the case. No.
I mean, I think the way that we progress is that we learn from the mistakes and move forward. And I'm not too sure putting Triple H into a role where he was mentored by a person who turns out to be allegedly a piece of shit. And he's linked to that family because he married that person's daughter. He has their grandkids. And I don't know. I just feel like if we're going to change, we need to change the setup a bit within WWE or go back to repeating the same mistakes.
You got to remember as well that backstage you still got Michael Hayes and you got Bruce Pritchard. Like all the normal guys are still there as well. Like you haven't really changed anything, really, have you, backstage? So
no, I don't fear for WWE. I think it's a massive juggernaut that's going to just go further and further and further. I just think it's time for someone else to run it outside of the McMahon scope, to be honest.
Tony Khan, mate. Tony Khan's going to come in.
Well, the thing is, I do agree that the person who has to run the show has to have a background and the knowledge of how wrestling works and storylines and etc. How do they do that outside of... Well, okay, what happens if... Like, Triple H has already had heart issues. What happens if... God, I'd hate to think that anything happens to him. But what happens if something did? Who then takes over the reins? For God's sake, you know I'm going. It's going to be fucking CM Punk, isn't it? Oh, my God. And AJ Lee. Oh, God. I don't know. Sorry, it's just been a thought in my mind for a while, and I've not really been able to verbalise it that well. But I don't like it, to be honest.
Talking about Triple H, what about the whole NXT coming back to NXT and potentially doing this turf war games type thing?
War games.
And then TNA and NXT originals and all that kind of thing coming in.
I did try to watch that today, actually. I did see the run-in at the end. To be honest, without people screaming, without Cardona being there, and people screaming, "Oh, it's the TNA lot and it's the NXT lot." Without them, like, I wouldn't fucking known who they were, to be honest.
Yep.
I was like, it could have been anyone.
Same here.
But yeah, I love that kind of if it's not going to be the two main brands doing it, why not it be the lower, why not it be that? I think it kind of makes sense.
Well, War Games always was NXT originally, wasn't it? It's only the last couple of years been Raw and SmackDown stuff, so.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
You know,
a little bit extra.
I love the fact Cardona's back. I think that's hilarious. I think that does make me smile a bit.
Yeah, same.
Before we move on though, from that, apparently Jasmine Nix
Gone.
She's
gone.
Nixed.
She's been nixed. She
got
nixed
beat up
herself.
and now she's gone.
Yeah. OnlyFans?
Yeah, I think that's what I'd read. Yeah.
Okay. That was a bit of a weird one because people did go in for her quite heavily collecting wise, and I think that's a bit of a shame, to be honest. But hey, onwards and upwards. There is going to be a replacement. Is her name Janie? She's got like a high knee finishing move. She's very.
Was it going to the trio?
Yeah, Janie something or other. I want to say. I can't remember now. But yeah, she looked really good. I saw her wrestle the other day and I thought she looked really good. So, Lainey Reed, that's it.
Oh yeah,
Lainey.
Oh yeah,
Lainey Reed. She's very good.
that's who Cole Custer introduced actually, when the old NASCAR guy. I say old,
Yes.
he was the introduced that match.
Yeah. So no, I think the future's still bright with WWE undergrads. I think it's gonna be quite good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, anything else you boys been watching, or should we get into our great big pile of card news? We have a hell of a lot of it today.
Oh yeah, Masher as well.
Oh yeah, let's really quickly on this.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, apparently she's been. I don't know if she's been fired yet. She's under investigation for allegations of domestic abuse.
Allegedly.
From looks pretty.
Kira. I know. Well, yeah. If you've seen the messages, it's
a lot.
Yeah. A lot of people have covered it over the last week. We know, obviously, Tommy from the ATP does PC her. I think that's a massive shame for Tommy, to be honest, because she was supposed to have a match for the title on the next pay-per-view as well, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So she's obviously not going to be on that, and I fear that we might not ever see her again, probably. So it's a shame because she was such a good talent, you know what I mean? So
Tom, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, other than that, I've got nothing more news. Why should we get into some card news? So we'll start things off, first of all, with a quick plug and mention of the Patreon. So as you know, we've obviously been doing the Patreon feed now. So thank you for everyone who does support the pod via Patreon in either tier. It's great to have your support, and I hope you've enjoyed the content we've put out over the past few weeks. We have been very busy and giving you a real bumper month of Patreon stuff. So just wanted to kind of get some quick thoughts on you boys and also do a bit of previews and stuff, really. So we had our full session with Luke the Cardist. So we had a chat with him last Thursday and dropped that on the Patreon feed on Friday. So we had him on for nearly about an hour to talk all about his cards, his art, and also how he got involved with Upper Deck and what to expect with the lore. We've got a Squared Roots with Danny Medina. So that also dropped this past week. So Danny came on, picked his 5 favourite cards and his 5 favourite music tracks. So that's also there. We've dropped our Cactus Jack set review. and generally just got loads of things in the lineup for the patrons. So if you haven't already signed up, please do give it a go. And as always, you always get this main show earlier than anyone else as well. So, boys, did you enjoy our chat with Luke the Cardist last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun. How did we not ask him about what cards he collects?
Oh, mate, he DM'd me straight away on the Instagram, on the SCR Instagram feed. And he's like, you boys didn't talk about my card collection. I could have chatted cards like, you know what? Didn't even consider that he was a wrestling card collector.
Next time we get him on, that is like the first question we need to ask him.
Well, my view is we had the interview in order to talk, like, and as an introduction.
The door opener, wasn't it?
For him and his art and what he's been doing, etc. But hey, he said anytime we want to do anything else with him, cool. Doors open, can't wait. And if we covered everything in one podcast with him or one special with him, then there'd be nothing else to talk to him about. So
yeah, he was.
I see it as a long line of discussions that we're going to have with him in the future. So,
100%. I mean, he was sending pictures to the SCR feed this week about a hobby box of metal that he's opened up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think he is a massive card collector, and he's definitely got a lot of things in his own collection. So we look forward to seeing that in the future. As I mentioned, yeah, Danny Medina is dropping.
Lovely to have a new friend of the pod as well.
Exactly, widen up the family of people we can connect with. So yeah, really great chat. And again, if you want to check that out, that is on our Patreon feed. And again, you can get our lovely positive review of Cactus Jack, which we've also got on the main feed as well. So yeah, definitely worth checking that one out as well.
It is scathing, guys. It is literally...
It's uncensored Patreon only content.
Yeah, we did go into it, but there's not much positives to talk about, really. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, if you want a good laugh, go and listen to a review of Cactus Jack.
So that's what we've already dropped on the Patreon this past fortnight. So again, well worth your £4 if you want to join that first tier. If you want to join the second tier, so that's our top tier, £10. Again, you get all the benefits of the lower tier, plus you will get the bi-monthly card. Chris, I'm sure you'll be getting ready to send the Halloween ones out in the next few weeks, so that'll be coming through very shortly. And again, if you do sign up now, you'll be legible for not only later cards, but also you'll be in the hat to get the Christmas card as well. And we've also done a print of our latest stuff, so that the new stuff for the new year will be coming through as well. So lots of stuff on the way, and we'll give a full plug at the end of what is coming up in October at the end of the show. So let's get into a little bit of Topps news. So we've been talking about Topps Finest for about a month and a half, talking about some of the artwork and some of the bits and pieces we have seen. But the checklist did land on Wednesday night. So Lloydie, let's talk about what I first saw when I went through the checklist, and then we'll go into the checklist in itself.
Go on.
So I was going through the checklist. Now, I was going through it top to bottom, right? And honestly, this is going through. The first thing I put on our show notes was Honky Tonk Man is the only legend in finest moments. And I was then going through the bits and pieces. I missed the glaring thing that Logan Paul is gone from the checklist. And it took Lloydie to go through the notes today to realise, you know, you didn't even mention Logan Paul is gone, and you've made Honky Tonk the main feature of top finest checklist. So
you gave me a fucking embolism this morning. I was like there going, what the fuck has he done? Why? To be fair, if you haven't seen all the news about it this week, you would have missed it.
And I did. What's gone on with Logan Paul?
That's not on the
It's been Logan got pulled. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, that would be the headline if it was on the back page of the Mirror. But ultimately, it's a shocker because they've literally marketed him as being in the set, and then for him not to be in the set, which I just hope that the actual checklist is wrong, but I don't think it is from what people have been pulling out of stuff this week. So, I think I speak for most of the community when I say Topps. What the fuck? You can't do that kind of thing. It's mad. Like, there's a difference. Like, you know what I mean? They put I remember when Panini put out like images of Roman Reigns with like a rookie card logo on it, and people are like,
People
you
lost their
dickheads.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, and then Upper Deck have like put stuff out before and said, look, we're not going to put this product out, we're going to revamp it etc. So what you've seen in the past is not what you're going to get in the future. These are kind of acceptable things, but if it wasn't Logan Paul, like, you're basically putting a marketing thing out. People are then, resellers are doing pre-sales.
And EQL and stuff as well, heavily.
Of EQL as well, of doing all of these bits and pieces in order... Some people potentially are just getting it because of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And for that not to be happening, I think is just not right.
It's very peculiar. I mean, I didn't even consider to even check. I hadn't heard the news this week. I mean, the only thing I did see, obviously, that they were releasing the checklist first to key breakers, and then they were going to release it publicly. But I mean, that was quite a quick turnaround from key breakers to the general public. So, yeah, it's very weird.
I think it's typical marketing. They probably had that a long time ago, and that's what was going to happen. And then decisions were made to pull it, and then obviously the marketing went out and had that still on it. I'd imagine that's probably what happened. And yeah, it just impacts the consumer. Yet again, everything that happens incorrectly always impacts the consumer. And they don't give a fuck. There's been no accountability from Topps at all that I've seen about it. They probably don't even know that it's a massive thing in the hobby because they've got no pulse on the hobby at all, I don't think. I allegedly. But I really don't think they do. I don't think they give a shit. And this just, it goes to show. So...
I mean, going through the rest of the checklist, I mean, there's nothing really massively. I mean, that is your major chase for the product. I mean, everything it was everything else is pretty much very similar. So when it comes to your auto list and kind of your typical names, it's pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, your one exactly. If you do like you chase your legends, I mean, there's a higher chance of getting a Rock Auto. You've got 3 auto chances in the product, and then Triple H is all over the product. There's 6 auto chances for him, and everyone else has just got that kind of 1 or 2 really. So, is there anything really, boys, that you kind of liked about the finest checklist, or is it more the shocker that Logan Paul was gone?
For me, the biggest thing is the price point that I'm seeing at the moment. I think it's crazy. So it's up for pre-order on Sports Trading UK. Have you guys seen this? It's 320 quid.
Ooh. I've seen in America.
Yeah.
America. Not necessarily the UK prices, but I've seen the American prices like 460.
It's crazy.
Insane.
I mean, even for 320 quid, I reckon you could get, I don't know, like a Cody Rhodes and a Randy Orton auto, or I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You could get some pretty decent stuff for 320 quid. You could get 2 autos that are going to surpass pretty much most of the stuff in this set.
You could probably get a really premium membership to Jasmine Nix's OnlyFans.
Yeah. Or you could also get a Wesley and an Alba Fire auto, you know?
More likely, yeah.
So, yeah, it's very different. I mean, the price point is the price point, and you have to get used to these prices, but you really have to weigh up. If you don't hit fuck all, what are you going to do?
Well,
but what was it on...
But this is the resale this is the resellers doing this.
Yeah.
So the actual box prices were
260, I think. Yeah, so this was exactly what I was going to say.
So the resellers are overinflating the prices.
Yeah, well, so I'm
for a product
not going to buy it.
Even,
do you know what I mean? I'm a bit put out as well by the fact that the US has had any EQL or like some sort of pre-order. We haven't had anything over here. It goes on sale, I think, tomorrow. But I think it's going to be another...
behind the curtains, that's a Friday.
Yeah. So the 26th.
What date is it? Friday the
26th, yeah. But I mean, when Topps Chrome Boxing came out, it was gone in 20, 30 seconds. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really thinking that this is going to be the same again.
We say that with Chrome,
wasn't. I mean, we kind of did. Was it EQL?
We had a couple of minutes. No, we had.
Or was it proper?
So
sales?
we had a pre-sale,
and then a week after was actual
I
sale.
missed, and then when it went on sale on the day, I did pick up a box, and multiple people were able to pick up a box. I get what you mean. I think a lot of that may be due to we did have a pre-sale, and people did get some stuff, and then we had a sale on the day. Yeah. So, but this we just
going to be a free for all,
and it'll be a massive free for all.
I think the thing you said about obviously the resellers doing that price though, but who really is going to pay that reseller price? You have to be really desperate to want to pay 120 quid more for the box to open it, and knowing the risks. There is a big risk here, isn't there?
Well, it's not. The pricing is not being targeted to the average consumer. The pricing is being targeted to breakers.
Yep.
So breakers are buying it, and breakers can make 4 or 5 times the amount of money on that box. So that's why they've done it. They ain't stupid.
No, of course not. No, but
with whatnot, let's just say it is whatnot. It's not Fanatics Live, right? With whatnot being the way it is, you'll be going on whatnot. Like what happened with Chrome before Chrome on Panini products. Not every man and his dog were on whatnot trying to shill like 1-2 box breaks. You had Cartrix doing it, doing like case breaks. Then after the case breaks, selling the products, etc. But you didn't see these nameless people like John 6351 or something like that going on and doing a box break of 2 or 3 boxes, or 1 or 2 boxes. Sorry. Now, you do have, since this year, for some reason, it's changed, and I know why that is because with Panini products, you had to get it from America. Topps Chrome products were available in the UK. Yeah. So you had everyone in the UK getting them without having to go through customs and stuff. Yeah. So if that happens again, which I presume it will do, in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see John 12692 going on to whatnot again with his 1 or 2 boxes, but it's just going to fill up again, and it is because they get that and they think, oh, I can make a few quid on doing that, and then they look at where else can they buy, and where else can they buy in the UK? You've got Sports Trading Cards, Dave Adams UK.
Sports Card Direct has this in stock as well, but I think it's even more. I think they've got it up for even more money.
Yeah. So there's always rhyme and reason because of it, but it doesn't help the average consumer like us three, like whoever's listening to this podcast, because it's screwed.
Well, I mean, I'll take myself as an example. I'm trying my hardest not to do breaks. So I've already put that out the window. I'm probably not going to get a box. So I'm pretty much like, I'll either buy singles if I see any, or I'm done. And I kind of feel like that in general about WWE a little bit at the moment. Like, I much prefer AEW cards, and a lot of the time they're wrestling as well.
Yeah, it's true that, mate. 100% true. I mean, let's wrap up really quickly the finals talk. So obviously we've seen the previews they keep putting on social media with the one-on-one inscriptions and sort of the top cards that you can see within the set. No Logan Paul obviously featured in these things. But
you did have a point about the Honky Tonk Man, by the way. He is the only legend on the finest moments list. It's really weird.
He doesn't fit, does he?
He's the only legend on there. What's the point?
Yeah.
Like there are legend, like in the finest, there's legend autographs in there. Just put him in there.
Yeah.
Take him out of this finest moment.
Which is going to be him with the IC belt, the same picture we've seen hundreds of times. Like,
yeah. It's really strange. You do make a good point. It's not a leading point, but it is a good point, Jamie. It is a good point.
Stood out to me. But yeah, so just going by the inscription. So we have seen, obviously, the usual preview, the one that dropped this week, which everyone was going mad about, with Triple H signing Cerebral Assassin on the one-of-one. I mean, we've seen lots of these go through. I mean, do you think that's going to be a massive chase for people? Do you think everyone's going to go after it?
Not with that handwriting. What the fuck? Fucking awful.
It's Cerebral in itself, isn't it?
It's so bad.
I never think that Trips is a big chase compared to like Rock, Stone Cold, etc. I think he should be. I think he deserves it. I really think all of those people wouldn't be all of those people without Triple H being there. He was, I think he was a glue that they all needed within their careers. I really do. As a wrestler, I don't think he gets the props he should do for what he did.
Doesn't sell.
He got Vince prices either, has he?
No, I've had so many cards, like nice cards of his in stock for getting on for years now. It just doesn't
really.
sell. Yeah, it's really strange.
I mean, I was saying to you about that Tops Now set, the Triple H tribute set. It was like 130 print run, something ridiculous, and there's being sold on American eBay for like $18 to $20.
Yeah,
you think, Jesus, this is like such a short print Tops on demand set, and there's no love for it whatsoever. It's insane.
Considering he didn't wrestle that long in his career with a bald head, the amount of bald head wrestling, like in his wrestle gear attire that we have of him on card is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of Attitude Era, post-Attitude Era,
Ruthless Aggression stuff.
Recent,
we want some mutton chops and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much fun things that he did, and we just don't ever get it, and I think that probably doesn't help.
Same as the games, though. We only ever get Hunter Hearst Helmsley or modern Triple H. We don't really get that kind of long-haired 2000, 2001 Triple H normally, you know? It's very strange.
No, never.
So, but yeah, I mean, other than what Chris said there, the handwriting for Zebra Assassin is awful. But other than that, we are getting these finest previews now. So we'll be doing a reel probably over the next few weeks to kind of highlight all these before finest drops if you do want to see those.
I really need an early night tonight, but I will be in for quite a few hours probably tonight on Card Shop Live. I think they go live 10 o'clock.
Yeah, about to say there's some people who have got some cases early, isn't there?
Yeah, they're doing 10 cases tonight. So I'll be watching. But yeah, I don't want to be past really 1 o'clock, to be honest. I've got stuff to do tomorrow. So I'm looking forward, regardless of what we think. I'm pretty sure we're going to have another scathing talk about this in
October's set review.
In an October set reviews. I'm pretty sure it will be. But I keep saying this. The world is a shitty place. Let's put a smile on because we're doing a hobby that we all love here, really deep down. So let's have a bit of hope and positivity towards stuff. I hope it's going to be amazing.
And let's see what happens.
Please. Yeah.
So we'll move away from Tops Finest. Obviously, the only other product we have at the moment is Tops Now, and there's been a hell of a lot of Tops Now. So first of all, we had AJ Lee's return. So this was out obviously before last episode, but we have now got a print run for it. So the print run was just under 15,000. So 14,948 is the turnstile ticket for it. Just to put it in context, it's actually one of the top 4 Top Now cards of the year. So we had, I mean, bear in mind, AJ Lee was only a base card, so there was no auto chances with it. Rock and Cena with the dual auto at the beginning of the year was 16,500. Cena winning at WrestleMania was third, and that had a relic and an auto chance. And the highest was 55,000 with the Travis Rock and Cena triple auto. So bearing in mind, we had nothing like that for AJ Lee with such a high number. I think we were expecting a high number from AJ Lee, but were we expecting it to be that high? What do you think, boys?
Depending what list you're talking about, on the Epstein list, then yeah, I think it'd be quite high. No, I thought it was going to be massive. I really did, because of what I always kind of base it on what I'm seeing on Slam, because you see a lot of the undertow of where the community's mind is, and everyone's going mad for AJ Lee. So I'm not surprised. But I mean, I look at it with not necessarily these other numbers, but I kind of think about the Logan Paul rookie card only did like 5K.
And same with the triple with Steph, Facure, Jordan Grace and all that. Like that had nowhere near that amount of print runs either.
So, not surprised that it's high, but compared to other cards that we've had,
with massive chases and
yeah,
it's insane.
So,
but yeah, the 4th of the year, I don't know if we're going to probably top that now. I don't think there's anything else that can probably beat that. We'll go into WrestlePalooza side of things now as well. But I mean, we had the WrestlePalooza poster, so that was available until this past Monday. So that was over the weekend. Yeah, I did too. I had to have a quick look and see if it was there. But then we did have the Steph with the auto chants. We had a Lesnar, and we had Punk and AJ. We only had the auto chants for the Steph. The Lesnar and Punk and AJ were only the parallels only. So again, no auto chants for those. I can imagine the Punk and AJ is going to have a fairly high number. But did you boys go in for any of these or not?
Nope. I've pretty much tapped out on tops now, I think. I was tempted by AJ, but like you've just shown, 15,000 of the cunts were done, so I'll be able to get one for a couple of quid at some point.
Yeah. I mean, when you get into this level as well, like, people just dump in their base. If there's no auto... Or...
15,000 of the cunts.
It's true. It's totally true, though, because once people are chasing the auto, if they don't get an auto, they just dump all the base on eBay for nothing. So just pick up a base when you want it. Same with ComC, you know. Grab those things when they're cheaper. Save your pennies. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really. So, WrestlePalooza, I said, only auto for Steph and not the others. Talking about tops now, Dom Mysterio hitting the card headlines again with these bits and pieces. Questioning the 101 inscription. So, Tops put a thing up saying Dom 2 belts and Dominic Mysterio, with Dom directly replying back to him saying, what if I don't want to write that underneath the 101 inscription? So... Tops,
I thought that was brilliant from Dom.
It's amazing.
To be fair, I hope he doesn't write that. I hope he writes something else.
It's mad that they would put it on there and like not have any kind of thought. Dom, what are you going to do an inscription on it? Imagine if they had this like this top finest and just put it out and wouldn't know what was. It's insane.
But again, like, will we ever find out? Do you know what I mean? Like, unless somebody goes public with having the 1 of 1, it might just be another thing. Like they can get the advertisement and then don't deliver, kind of like Finest.
Yeah, it's fine, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I think Dom calling him out is all good. I think it does show that Dom does care about his cards, really, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's very interested in his own cards. Anything else, Tops, you want to talk about, or should we move into some AEW news?
Hell no.
No? Hell no. Okay, AEW. So... Lloydie, I think we've got some breaking news on AEW, haven't we?
Okay, well, I can say with the Game Used, but it's not so breaking news because I just listened to. Ironically, I tried to look at my phone about the Wrestling Palooza, and I still had Johnny Tancredi's voice on there, so you might have heard him earlier in the pod. But yeah, they did cover the fact that because I did tell them about this, but I spoke to Billy this week. Ironically, about SP Game Used, and there's been quite a few people have been asking about what's happening with it because we've had no. It's supposed to be out sometime in this month.
It's supposed to be this week, yeah.
And we've had no checklist or anything like that, so everyone knew really it was going to be moved. So I spoke to Billy and just said, "Look, have you heard any news?" And he did tell me they're targeting to November. The reason that they're doing that more so than anything right now is because they're thinking that obviously Metal's just come out, which it kind of has.
Yeah, it's only been sort of 6 weeks, yeah.
So they're trying to give it a bit of breathing space. And then I think Blowout moved after I said this. Blowout, this is just all circumstances, not connected at all. But Blowout have moved the release date to the 31st. So yeah, that is breaking news because no one knows the reasoning really behind why they've done that. So they go breaking news for you, blah 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 blah. And Signature Series is delayed till next year, but I think it was always kind of slated.
Yeah, I thought it was January.
Yeah, Billy did say with us that he said it would be into the early part of next year. So
yeah, so that hasn't changed really. So it's just the SP Game Used. So when I come to SP Game Used, you know, when I said Allure may be the wrestling card set of 2026, nudge nudge, wink wink, say no more. SP Game Used, and please read between the lines again. SP Game Used, nudge nudge, wink wink. Maybe the set of 2025. Can't say more than that, but I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah,
Nice.
let's move on
there.
before I say anything else.
So let's go into match day moments. So the reason I shuffled this around is that we normally get match day moment news at 8 o'clock in the evening UK time. And I was hoping that maybe we could get some more breaking news for match day moments, but it's now 8:02, pulling back the curtain, and there's been nothing on EPAC's website. So we've got no more information. So be next time round, I guess, that we would have seen, bought, and it'll probably drop tomorrow. So
Question, will we still get a Tony Storm gold or blue? Even though she lost. Yes, I think is the answer you're looking for.
I think.
do you think?
I think
No,
we'll have a blue.
Hopefully not.
I think we'll have a blue of Statlander.
We need a gold Statlander. That was the biggest thing that happened.
Well, it was the shock of the night, wasn't
Yeah,
it? We didn't
was
talk
only
about
belt
we have
change,
not
wasn't
talked
it?
about. I want the green bastard from Trailer Park Boys.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
The green bastard.
I think we're going to get a gold Statlander, and I think the blue would be Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy.
That'd be cool.
Oh, don't.
As long as it's not Hangman. We don't need any more gold Hangmans.
Well, he didn't win, did it? Well, he did win, but there wasn't no belt change like there was with Chris Stat, and it's
No,
only the
but-
belt change, isn't it?
Let's hope. I mean, he's had about 4 this year in gold, so we need someone new.
I don't want to talk about the Jack Perry thing. That upsets me.
Should we move on?
It does.
Okay, next time round, we'll discuss match day moments on the next episode to see what we get for Luchasaurus and Jack Perry.
No, don't. It's not Jack Perry anymore. It's Jungle Boy.
He might not be. He might be. He might be. He might have grown up. He might be Jack Perry.
Back to Jungle Boy, sure.
Fuck him, man.
Do you reckon?
Dead to me.
That's a big step back, isn't it?
He's dead to me.
Dave's selling all his cards.
I've got to sell all his cards now. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Like, he's such a good heel.
You know, you said to me about that you thought Jack Perry was coming back, and I actually went out and bought a Jack Perry auto with the idea that it might be making money. I don't think it's going to make anything. I might just have it in my PC now.
Sell it.
So
Burn it.
get rid.
Don't send it to Dave.
I'm so unhappy.
okay.
So unhappy.
Yeah, poor old Luchasaurus. He's back.
But yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, we haven't talked about All Out really a lot, and it's good because I thought we were going to talk about it in this section. What about the Mox match? I thought that might be one of the gold / blue.
Forkhead. Was it a fork or was it something else?
Yeah, it was a fork. Yeah, fork to
Fork
the forehead. Jesus, yeah.
They fucking love a fork, don't they?
Yeah. But I didn't know whether that would be on like a blue or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean-
I'd much prefer that than Hangman and Tony Storm again.
The mad thing is, though, like, they were both on Dynamite last night, both, like, relatively unscathed. Fucking Darby Allin set him in fire on a body bag, like, backstage, and then Mox was there, you know, happy as Larry. But they've, Darby Allin brought his flamethrower back out, and now doing an I Quit match, and he had these flamethrower and was flamethrowing Death Riders out of the arena. So, yeah, I don't know how far you can go, but yeah, I Quit match, so one of them's going to be finishing up for whatever reason.
Should be doing an Inferno match. But I don't know. Like, when it comes, I think it's difficult. I think Hangman will probably be the gold again. They
CNC,
love it.
Might be
Christian
CNC.
and Cope. That would be cool.
Maybe. I mean, this is. I think this whole Christian Cope thing is a bit like lackluster, slightly. Like, it's. I mean, where do they go now?
Christian's got a turn on him soon.
You know what I mean?
Well, Edge
That's
is
the
walked away.
only thing that can happen.
Edge backstage on Dynamite last night said that he's got to go home and look after his family. And Christian goes, I haven't got any family. Edge said, yes, you have. And then he walked out. Edge left Christian on his own. So we'll see. See what happens there. Should we move on to our little bit of Panini news? I forgot to add this to the show notes, but MLW, obviously we had our next round of MLW instants come through.
Yes.
I know Tommy picked up a few of these. Should we just run through these really quickly, just so we can run through for what happened at Fightland?
Yeah.
So we had Mads Kruger, Templaro, Alex Hammerstone, Shoko Nakajima, Zadokan Jr. and Ultimo Guerrero. So we had a selection of talent from MLW. Of course, you could also buy the different parallels. So you had the usual, the Lightning to 5, the 10 to 10 as a water auto, and then the Magmas 1-on-1 and the 1-on-1 auto. So quite a selection of MLW cards. Did you boys go after any of these, or are you any interest in these MLW instants?
If I didn't spend a lot of money the day before, I probably would have picked one up. But I didn't. I was very shocked that Hammerstone has a rookie, like the rookie symbol on him. He's been around forever, man.
Yeah.
So I was a bit shocked by that. I think they really look nice looking cards.
Yeah.
I don't think they sell that well on the secondary market, like instance. So if you're buying it for your PC.
You
And
say
good
that,
price as
but
well.
I was about to say they don't sell very well, but they do command a high price. Do you know what I mean? Like, you look at the to 5s and things like that, and they're all really, really high priced. But they don't seem to sell
that well.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of collectors out there that would want them. I looked on them the day after, and they're like pretty much the full menu was still there.
Oh wow!
Especially the 101s. I haven't looked at it since, but I was a bit shocked because I was like the first lot sold out pretty instantly. These ones haven't. So
I mean, I will bear in mind. I mean, WWE is a totally different product altogether. But with NASCAR, so they do Panini instants for NASCAR at the end of each race on a Sunday. There's still 101 sat on there from last season stuff, from like last October. And it's like, I don't know if it's people don't know they're out there, or if there's just no interest in them at all. And they're not like crap names, like they're the big names who have won championships and stuff. So very strange that autos still sit there that long. And I think it's the same with this. I think people don't realise they exist.
Do you remember? Cast your mind back to like late 2024, and they were bringing out instants all the way up to the end. Like, so I saw a Panini instant the other day of Zarya. The NXT rookie, and I was like, I never knew she had a fucking instant.
no, I didn't.
It was from Halloween Havoc, so you're talking like October 2024. But yeah, real shock to me. But it just shows that Panini don't necessarily do the best at promoting it, because all it would take is like an Instagram post. Do you know what I mean? They've got such a reach that if you just posted one time about it, you'd be guaranteed a few sales from that. So. It's on Panini.
Yeah, it is. And again, like I say, I think a lot of these are still available on there. So if you're a fan of any of these guys, I'm even like say you said about Hammerstone and even Ultimo Guerrero, like they've been around a long time. They haven't got that many cards out there. It's definitely worth grabbing those where you want to. So yeah, interesting to see, and that moves us nicely into our next bit of Panini news. So we also had the news drop week that they are doing a Panini Combat set. So this is dropping at the end of October. And this is bringing together all different types of combat. So we've got some boxing, we've got some fighters from the Professional Fighters League, and also pro wrestlers. So boxing, we've got the likes of Mike Tyson in there, Floyd Mayweather Jr. MMA, we've got like Francis Ngannou and John Jones. We've got people from professional fighters, as I mentioned. And then in the wrestler category, we've got Hogan, Flair, Kurt Angle, and also people from MLW. So, boys, initially, what did you think of this drop-in? I mean, Panini are spreading themselves out and getting quite leafy, I think, with this.
I'm a bit surprised by some of the names on there, especially, like you say, Mike Tyson, Floyd Money Mayweather, because they've just been in tops. So that was a bit of a shock. Deontay Wilder is a fun name on there. John Jones is a bit of a quizzical name on there because he hardly signs for UFC via tops anyway. It's only recently signed again, to be honest, after years of not being out there. Matt Hughes is on there. He's one of my favourite fighters of all time. I love Matt Hughes. But yeah, again, he's been in loads of products before. So when it comes to the wrestling side, the Koshima Kaboom, that's hilarious. I think that's really funny because, Bread Club, I can't imagine I'd ever see that. That's cool. and everything, but can you imagine pulling it going, who the fuck is this guy? I think it's one of the weirdest sets I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I'm all for it. But I don't think I'd be buying any of it, to be honest.
I want to see a checklist more than anything. I was a little bit concerned when I saw that Kaboom because it was before we knew, or like just as we knew that it was combat and not just MLW. It's the fault for me on this one is things like doing more Kabooms of like wrestling and stuff. It hurts the current market of, I don't care because I haven't got a Kaboom or a Downtown or anything, but if you did have one of them, I'd be worried about, I don't know, the kind of downgrade in the people on the card. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
I think it's got a place. I think if you were to a Kaboom, you would try and not do the ones you've done before. So like a Kurt Angle Kaboom, we have never had that, or a Flair Kaboom would be quite cool. If you have a Hogan Kaboom, it's great, but we've had a Hogan Kaboom.
yeah.
I mean, the other guy, a Mike Tyson Kaboom, has he ever had a Kaboom before Mike Tyson?
No.
Or anyone like Deontay Wilder? I don't think we have. No. So I think you can have good names of Kaboom, but you don't want, like you say, a lot of Kojimas and Bishop Dyer on a Kaboom. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm worried about, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting set. I'd be interested what the price point is because these kind of Panini secondary tier type thing. I mean, the Rolling Stones box wasn't an expensive box at all, was it? So
no, it was pretty reasonable, yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. We've reached out to the guys at MLW to see whether there's anything we can do with them. So if we can, we'll obviously do a session with them on that. But yeah, watch this space. But at the minute, that's dropping at the end of October, so we'll hopefully get some more news next time round. Is there anything else you want to add on this about Panini Combat, or should we move through to our coffee break for a bit of a drink?
Nothing from me.
No, let's go through then. So, break. So, Luigi, do you want to set the scene for our coffee break this time round?
Well, we did a Oddities, a Squared Circle Relics podcast, Fantasy Oddities Tag Team Tournament last time. And so basically, you both had two different blocks of wrestlers that I'd seen as tag teams before. Some really strange ones in there. Obviously, the fan favourite was Rey Mysterio and Tajiri Funaki. Amazing stuff. Amazing scenes. But after we did that, we decided to run the full match, the full tournament in AI, just to see what would happen. Now, Jamie did it the first time and chaos, it was wrong. But even though it was wrong, the winner of it, ironically, was Randy Orton by himself. And we all had a good laugh going, well, what happens if it was the real tournament and Randy Orton would win? So we ran it again with the proper tournament and all of the actual matches, the brackets, etc. And the winner was, go on, Jamie.
Randy Orton. Randy Orton, king of the tourney.
Amazing.
I will say, though, like with the AI, it went into quite a lot of detail. Now, it wasn't obviously perfect, but it was trying to go through match results. And actually, it asked me, did I want it done kayfabe or a bit kind of sports-like? And I said, no, keep it kind of kayfabe. And its reasoning behind Randy Orton was that he's a legend, and it was trying to pick through kind of the reasons why it would win a tag tournament. The other mad thing with it, though, it was actually doing stats for all these guys like they would have for top trumps. So it was then going through, before doing the tournament brackets, it was going through like the wrestler, power, speed, technique, and charisma. And then it was also working out how they would win based against those stats. So in this example, Eddie and Big Show gave Eddie a power of 8, a speed of 9, technique of 9, and charisma of 10. Big Show, power of 10, speed of 4, technique of 6, and charisma of 7. So then worked that out to be their average to go in that tag match against Cena and Ryback. So insane, really. It was going to such effort, and it still came up with Randy Orton both times, even though he was half the deficit of everybody else.
Yeah, I know.
But that, to me, just makes me think that AI Do you know what I mean? Just looks at everything and goes, right, Randy Orton's the best wrestler out of all these wrestlers. He's going to win regardless of if he's on his own. Do you know what I mean? That's basically what it is. The only issue I've got with what I've just said is that John Cena was in it. And do you know what I mean? But then he was on a team with who? Ryback. So that's why he didn't win.
Exactly. His stats didn't work out.
Ryback's a dick, yeah.
Well, should I see what Ryback's stats were then in that case? And we'll go through. I think so. Yeah, John Cena's charisma was a 10, and Ryback's was a 5.
Anyway, I don't listen to fucking AI. Fuck AI. Dave is our president. He said that my team won, so my team still won.
Well, I don't know if Jamie would have put in Randy Orton into the final. You never know what could have happened.
Yeah, true.
Well, Randy Orton's stats were 9 across the board: 9 for power, 9 for speed, 9 for technique, and 9 for charisma. So he loved a bit of Randy Orton. But we asked him why he liked Randy Orton so much. Or I asked it. We asked it why did it like Randy Orton so much, and it just basically said that Randy Orton throughout the year, through his career, he's done well. He's a living legend, and was really bigging him up, and that's why he made him the greatest of all time.
Suck his cock.
So
it was weird.
So,
but we also did something else.
There? Yeah,
we also did something else. So I went to Jamie. I said, "Look, I'm not having this Randy Orton love. I'm not going to leave it as is. It cannot be, because there is obviously a lot of other people out there that can be known as potentially as good or better as him." So I said, why don't we do an Armageddon in a Cell match? You did it slightly wrong, because I wanted it to 1-fall, but you did an elimination match. But I think the elimination match made it a lot more fun, to be honest, than just this to 1-fall. But it was Randy, Stone Cold, The Rock, Kurt Angle, Taker, Brock Lesnar.
Rock, Austin, Angle, Taker, Cena, Lesnar, Reigns, and Orton. So it was an 8-man Hell in a Cell, and it was being declared the greatest of them all, was what it was titled as. AI turned around and said, let's run this kayfabe style with detailed storytelling and breakdowns of key eliminations until one man is left standing. So away we went. Shall I run through how the Hell in a Cell went, and we'll discuss what we thought of the match as it goes through. So the match breakdown: opening chaos as the bell rings, fists fly instantly. Austin goes straight for the Rock, throwing right hands to rekindle the legendary rivalry. Brock and Roman Reigns square off in a brutal slugfest, echoing the WrestleMania wars. Taker goes after Orton, reminding him of the Legend Killer days, and Cena and Angle lock up. Classic Ruthless Aggression era clash. That's how the match starts off. As it goes through, the Rock hits a spine buster on Austin. Austin kicks out after a quick people's elbow attempt. However, as chaos spills out around the ring, Austin nails a stunner on the Rock. Rock is the first man eliminated. Crowd is shocked. Austin celebrates but wastes time taunting, setting himself up for Brock Lesnar to come in and charge, hit a F5. Austin kicks out very quickly, but then Brock then locks in the Kimura lock. Austin is eliminated within a minute, so he's gone. So Brock and Austin, the first two gone in the greatest Hell in a Cell match. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm surprised they jobbed the Rock out so quickly, to be honest. But considering he was probably one of my favourites to win the match, because it's the Rock, and if they go on their pointing system with charisma, and man, I'm just a bit like whatever. But I was shocked that the Rock went out first. I wasn't overly shocked that Stone Cold went out, but I don't know. Like, if there had to be the first two out, I can kind of see why they went that way, because who else? Like, if you went the other way, you'd have to get like Cena and Reigns out first or something. Well, the thing is, Kurt Angle won the only Armageddon in a Cell. He was one of my favourites to win it, to be honest. I just thought for a laugh they might just give it to him, because AI is like, well, he's won it before, he'll win it again, kind of thing. You see what I mean? I was just like,
There's some logic there.
Slight logic, maybe, I don't know. But when I read that, because I didn't see who won until I read it all the way down, and when I read those first two, I was like, Angle's a fucking shoe-in now.
We'll see what happens next.
See what happens.
So in Austin's Limited, Rock's Limited, next minute, Roman Reigns comes in and hits a Superman punch on both Brock and Cena. As this is going on, Undertaker and Orton break outside, climb up the cell wall, and take a last rise Orton off the side of the Hell in the Cell through the announce table. So Taker is killing Orton in this Hell in the Cell match. Inside the ring, Angle catches Cena with an ankle lock. Cena crawls, fights, but Angle pulls him back, and Cena eventually reverses into an FTF, breaking free. As this is going on, Angle hits the Angle Slam on Cena, but as he celebrates the Angle Slam, Roman Reigns comes in and spears Angle out of his boots. Angle is eliminated. What a turn of that is. Last ride off the cell and then out of his boots. How the hell does that happen? But that is Angle gone. As soon as this happens, Taker returns, hits a chokeslam on Orton, who's come back into the cell. As Orton staggers, he turns into the Tombstone pile driver. So he got last rided, chokeslammed and Tombstone, and Orton is gone as a fourth elimination. So Orton has been knocked out. Going through the match, Cena shows fire, hitting an AA and Roman through a table within the cell. As Cena turns around, Brock snatches him to F5 on the steel steps. That is a pinfall, and John Cena is gone. Lots of turning into finishers. Sixth elimination, Roman and Brock brawl fiercely. Roman dodges an F5, counters with a spear. It goes through the cell wall, breaking it wide open. Next minute, elimination of Roman Reigns. So we have our final two, Taker and Lesnar. Boys, utter carnage in the Hell in a Cell, proper 2K stuff here. The final showdown. The Cell echoes their WrestleMania 30 history. Brock dominates with suplexes, Taker absorbs punishment, and Taker sits up after several brutal suplexes and the crowd explodes. Brock goes for another F5, Taker counters into Hell's Gate submission. Brock nearly fades but powers out and slams Taker down. Brock tries to end it, lifting Taker for an F5, but Taker reverses into the Tombstone, 1-2, and kicks out at the last second. Then Taker signals for the end, but Brock fights back again, hitting a desperate F5 onto the steel chair. Both men are down. Brock crawls over one arm, 1-2-3, the winner, and the greatest of all time, Brock Lesnar. Brock stands there blooded but victorious, cementing himself as the most dominant force in the modern era. So there you go, the Beast, the greatest of them all. Do you think you'd pay money to go and see that Hell in a Cell match of carnage?
I just like the fact that Brock had Roman beat, and then Undertaker went, "Nah, I want a tombstone him first." like we always see that in wrestling. I
like the boots.
Yeah,
speared him out with his boots.
It sounds like a great match. Massively unbelievable, but I would be there in a heartbeat for that match. No, really strange the way that AI thinks, but yeah, it was a riveting one. Thank you for setting that up, Jamie. I thought it was quite funny, to be honest.
I mean, it's amazing like how much detail it wants to try and go into, and tries to justify its own reasoning as well. Because it at the end of this says, "Would you rather see the Undertaker come out on top? If so, I can rebook this entire ending with him overcoming the odds in a dramatic finish." And I was like, "No, don't worry." And he said, "No, I told him not to bother."
Yeah,
we'll say it's
good. It's interesting where AI goes. I mean, it's 100% still not perfect. It's really, really not perfect. You can see that just by like the wording and the way they did stuff. It's a long way off yet, but
sometimes it gets like the teams mixed up and little things like that.
Well, and sometimes it's just like, well, what happened to that team?
Yeah, it didn't
like,
eliminate
completely.
a few teams.
So I think we're a long way off yet, but it was interesting. And to be honest, I don't disagree with Brock Lesnar becoming the best of all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
it sounds true to
Doomsday One. Yeah.
Well, on the AI front though, so me and my brother played a bit of FIFA the other day, and it was Cambridge United versus some random Dutch team, and I ended up getting absolutely battered by my brother. He went into Google Gemini and typed in Marvin Moose covered in Gouda, just to kind of like leave him laying on the pitch. Honestly, this Google Gemini, it looks like it's real, and it blew my mind like how much different it is compared to kind of other AI
send
like
me that.
ChatGPT. You know, he sent
Send
to you in
me
a minute.
Poor Marvin.
Poor,
It didn't
honestly,
get his missus, did it?
no,
He's got a missus now, so I hope
It
it didn't
did.
get his missus. No.
And then he said apparently this Dutch team haven't got a mascot, and he asked it to make Roland Rat the mascot, and it looks like Roland Rat in this Dutch stadium. I was just like, it's just mental, like how real it looks. So, but yeah, I'll put it into the SCR chat. But yeah, if you want some mad images, then Gemini is definitely the way forward. So, Lloydie, the big question is, are you going to run another tournament for us in the future?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think it was good fun.
Me and Jamie will put on red and blue matching shirts again. Opposing shirts. So.
Yeah.
It all depends how much time I've got in the next 2 weeks, because it does take me a long fucking time to sort this out. But I'll see what I can do for the next show.
All right, yeah.
And we'll go from there. But I'll see if I can make it as part of the next coffee break, I will. But I don't know how much legs this is going to have. But good laugh.
Yeah, it's good. It's all good fun. I've just seen the picture of Roland Rat as a mascot, Roland Rat eating Gouda with the Dutch team, and then poor old Marvin Moose buried under Gouda. It looks really real, though, doesn't it? Poor Marvin. Laid waste. So, anyway. Right,
before we do go on to the next topic, we have to address... there is a slight elephant that we need to address before we move on, and that is the Ryder Cup. So the reason I was listening, the Tancredi boys, I know, the two-man show that is Card Foundation these days, I did know that they're going to the Ryder Cup because it's near where they live, or it's near where their parents live anyway. And they gave us a lot of shit, i.e. this side of the pond, not necessarily this podcast, but this side of the pond, about the Ryder Cup. Now, this will probably go out after the Ryder Cup has ended. So yeah, I mean, it will go out after we've won, after we've destroyed them again. What happened 2 years ago? We beat them. What happened this time round? Hopefully, we've beat them. The difference is they talk a lot of shit about their players, and they're good players, they're great players. But what they're not, and what they never have been, is a team, and that is a very big difference. You can go out. Remember Tiger Woods and Mickelson going out there? Should have smashed everyone. Never worked as a team. And I can just see that Bryson DeChambeau is a great player when he's chipping it over his house. Get on a golf course, different kettle of fish. So, guys, I hope you enjoy. I mean, Danny's never going to listen to this, but Johnny, hope you enjoy the weekend, bud. And but more so, I hope you fucking lose. Okay, move on.
Golf covered, soon be dart season, mate. Right, so we're finished with AI. Then let's move over to our purchase break razzes and misses. I put myself first this time round. I've had a fairly light one, really. Most of my purchases have all been ComC based, so I picked up a couple of the Colour Flow achievements again this past fortnight. So I picked up the Christian Cage and the Nyla Rose, both less than $2. So, I mean, I feel it's such a shame that you spend so much time building up these achievements and then you sell them for less than $2. But nonetheless, I grabbed those two. I picked up a Purple Diamond Jerry Lynn to 10. So I picked that from Allure 2024 as an SP, and also picked up the Nigel McGuinness to 10 as well. Again, good price on both of those. So that goes into my little Ring of Honor, British indie kind of guys stuff that's in there. Also picked up the Green Quartz to 99 for Nigel McGuinness. Again, SP. Picked that up for $1.50 on ComC. And I also picked up one of the Comic Images Smackdowns. They did the 24 karat gold signatures. I picked up the Big Show for $5. So, yeah, had a bit of bargain hunting on ComC. Well, so, so that's basically...
Uncanny.
I thought it would be. Yeah, it would be. I did do some Blaise Online stuff. Mate, I wish you hadn't shown this to me.
Didn't we all?
No, okay. We won't talk about it too much, but let's just say that I got to the position where I bought bought 2, had to sell 2 in order to pay for 1.
Yeah.
We've all been there, but
We've all been
Jesus,
there.
it's not good. But you can withdraw the cash now, which is good. So it doesn't mean that money ain't trapped there forever, which is perfect. So yeah, I won't go through what I hit, but they haven't been very good. So I'm going to move on now from purchases and hand it over to you boys, because that's all I've been up to this past fortnight. So
I'll go first.
go on then.
Okay. So I'm going to defer the big purchase I made about 2 months ago.
Oh.
There is a reason. There is a reason because of it. Because I did make a big purchase this
I'll let you off.
last couple of days ago, to be honest. So the big purchase for me was I was on a Matt Cardona stream the other day, and I was actually eyeing up. He had a Ring of Honor ticket that he was going to sign. I think it was the match that he had with Jericho, but I didn't know if it was in a PSA or not. And it was a Lucy and he'd signed it as well. And I was like, and the bidding went over $50. I was like, but I saw someone, I saw on the list and it didn't twig. Like, I know, like, I collect his Saturday morning cards, his SMC cards. I've got basically the whole set. I've got sketch. I've got variations of his autographs in the boxes and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, there's one up there. Why is that one up there? And as soon as he opened it, I went, oh shit, I didn't know. So basically he has done SMC have done another Matt Cardona card that I didn't know existed. It was from the San Diego Comic-Con, the SDCC. And it is a different variation. So it's him with his Ghostbusters outfit on. I think it's like Deathmatch Buster or something like that. So he basically set a price to sign the box, the pamphlet, and the card. And at that price, somebody else bought it. And I was like, shit, have you got another one? So I'm like waiting for my opportunity to ask him, have you got another one? So the guy who opened the first guy who won the box got an out of 100 as well. So I'm very jealous because that's my favourite parallel. It's the stars. So I was like, have you got another box? Please, have you got another box? Because it is quite difficult for us to get it over here because we have to go via, like, I probably would have gone via Trav to get it or someone, to help us out. But it is an imposition that I don't like to put on people. I know they won't see it like that at all, but yeah. But I was just like, have you got one, please? And he said, yep, I got one more. So he listed it. I got it for a price and it's very expensive, but it's all, and it was a base, sadly. But to be honest, I don't mind it is the base because he signed the card. And I think if you sign the card and it's a higher end parallel, it means nothing anyway.
No.
But from the original set that he did, I didn't get the signed card or the signed pamphlet. I had the signed box. So this kind of ticks off so many of the things I was missing anyway. So I was, I can't believe I didn't know about this extra one this promotional thing they did at SDCC. But ultimately, on top of it, I'm just so glad I got basically everything. And I didn't expect it, to be honest. So it was a massive win. And thank you very much for Chris for selling a lot of eBay stuff because it funded all of that the next day.
It was your Pokemons.
Yeah, thank you, Pokemon. Thank you, Chris. So yeah, I'm more than made up with that, to be honest, because it kind of bookends that. He may bring out probably more, and so it won't be a bookend. But currently,
for now,
bookends that PC, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, yes. Yes, I did do Blaze.
We're not talking about Blaze.
Well, I had a weird one. I had a weird one. Yeah. I had a very weird one. So it was the Eric Cactus Jack, so the WrestleMania Cactus Jack. So it's got the symbol out of 5, valuation of $65. Now, I've mentioned this on the CFP forum because it's interesting because I said, like, what do you think this price would be? I gave both. Remember I got the Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez dual to 25, and people were saying that was valued way less than it should be. Well, this Eric, it was kind of either below or about the right price for that card that they valued it as. And I don't disagree, but the thing is with Cactus Jack WrestleMania cards is that they're all, if you see them on eBay or anywhere, they're mega money.
Yeah.
Ridiculously priced.
Yeah.
Even on ComC. Massively overpriced. One, people are trying to claw their money back from the massive outlay. Get that. Two, they were limited to that weekend. So I get that. But they aren't worth the money that they're like. I use an example. The Ivar of that exact card out of 5, someone's got it on eBay in America for $700. It's actually $699.99. Who's going to spend $700 on an Ivar when they haven't got the act?
I know a certain Mr. Wesley. No, he's not that. He's not that crazy.
But you're the same that with Gallows and Anderson, though. Like you know what those prices are and what you would pay. You have your benchmark, don't you? Ultimately,
yeah. I mean, even when you sent me that, it might have been like a fucking FOTL shimmer, or it was something, wasn't it?
It was like $25 or something. I can't remember what it was.
I think it was like $30. So yeah, and I was just like, it's too much. It's, do you know what I mean? It could be the rarest card going, but it's still, at the end of the day, it's Gallows and Anderson, and it's the same for War Raiders. Their cards just are never going to sell for that ever. I don't think, anyway.
I just think it's been a good social experiment in some ways of pricing and people's like thoughts and feelings, knowledge and understanding of pricing. I think it's been really eye opening, even like for me as well, because you have to make opinions on this stuff, and I find it really difficult to make opinions on the stuff when you see stuff like Cactus Jack and the WrestleMania ones, and they're so overly priced. You think, well, actually, where is the benchmark? Where should be the benchmark there? And I think Blaise, getting it wrong and right at the same time across the board. So it is a difficult one with them because I still don't know where I stand with them with regarding, do I think they're good value for money or do I think they're a rip-off? Maybe one more pack. Just to test the waters.
I will say, like, if you're willing to take the gamble, I think for $59, it's worth a gamble. Just because ultimately you can buy 5 packs of E-Pack and get nothing. At least you've got a chance that if you don't hit nothing good, you're going to get half your money back regardless. Like anything is going to be $22.50 cash back anyway, isn't it? So you're only really ever going to lose a maximum of $25. So there is a kind of a good thing there, but there are some half decent chases, as we know. But yeah, I think if you're, like you say, that card there, they are going to undervalue it. And it's interesting, cards I've sold back to them, I've ended up hitting the next time round. So I sold the Kofi Kingston. Yeah, so I sold the Kofi Kingston auto, the last load, $59, and I hit that today.
What
Kofi
like, Kingston was it? What
Orange to 99, I think it is.
Oh, okay. I thought I hit Kofi away the other day. I was about to say,
Did you?
Did I hit that one as well? No.
Well, that's the problem with it as well. Like, you're recycling these cards that we then might hit. Like, I'm not like blaming you for doing that. I've done the same. Like, I'm going, I don't want these. Then your friends, they are going for it. They might hit it next time.
Time round.
We're all having this share experience of shit.
Yeah. I mean, or they'll be in the next set. I've seen quite a lot.
But you've said that. You've said that, but put them further sets down.
10 sets down.
You know what I mean?
They're selling so quick that you could do that.
I don't like it. Yeah. Sorry.
It is weird seeing them crop up so quickly, but it's a little bit. I say it is some fun, and I do think while there's a bit of a lull in other stuff, it's okay to hit into that. But Yeah, interesting to see.
So 2 other things, kind of unrelated. I have hit 2 1-of-1s.
Nice.
Pop Century pre-production proofs.
All right. Yeah.
So big shout out to FC Breaks. So he basically does a lot of what he's centered on these days, on like Mondays and Friday nights. This is free advertisement for him. I'm not connected to him at all, but he does repacks of like football cards called Boom, and they go for many, many monies. But he, as freebies, he always gives out as packets that he opens on stream to see what you're 1-on-1 of. But it's the Leaf Pop Century proofs, and yeah, I've won 2 of the auctions. I'm always on his streams trying to win them because they've got some big names on there. You know what I mean? You got your Chris Pratt's, etc. So just so happens my 2 1-of-1s have been 1/3 of Three's Company, that from the 70s.
One's Company.
And and Bei Ling, who is an actress.
There was some films that I'd seen that she'd been in, and I was like, oh, yeah. Wild
Crow.
Wild West, I remember her from.
Yeah, The Crow.
And The Crow, yeah.
Let me have a look at a movie list and see what I've seen of her.
Good lad.
Yeah, nothing. She was in The Beach, Jamie.
Was she really? You've been serious?
She wasn't. No.
Oh, good sad.
But I thought it was quite funny because I keep hitting 1-on-1s proofs of people know I'm fucking nice. Long may that continue. I think it'd be quite funny. But yeah, that does entertain me. I love watching those breaks as well. I have gone into one of his breaks at a lower end cost, but it's an expensive rip, and if you don't hit, you feel kind of horrible about yourself. I did get another Peacock card as well. Guy from Fiorentina. Did you see that picture I put on the other day?
You had it in the light.
Nice.
So good.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of the nicest cards I've ever got in my set. So it's a relic, and then obviously the relic's got something on it. It's all in purple. The cards, Peacock cards, is just the best, man. How we didn't get those for wrestling, I do not know. Short prints from football, they're the best cards out there. Yeah. Hands down. I love them. I was literally, some guy was selling a couple of Peacocks on a stream earlier on, and I had notifications on them. We've been on here since they've been running off, but if I wasn't, I would have bought them, to be honest. I love them, even my Peacocks. That's it for me.
Just before Chris starts his purchase, I've just looked at Bei Ling's movies. The only movie I've seen of her is Revenge of the Sith, and it's not really a big role for her in that. And The Wild Thornberrys, the TV cartoon.
TV show.
I haven't seen... Yeah, so I've not seen any other things she's been in. So, yeah, she's not on my hit list. But well done for getting her, Lloyd, anyway.
Yeah, it was an achievement, I think.
Go on, Chris. What have you been up to?
Cool. So, should we start with some Blaze Online?
Oh, God, since we've talked about it, yeah, there's a bit of Blaze.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, let's move on.
We've talked enough, Blaze. How the fuck I didn't mention this on the last episode, I do not know. I was pissed when I realised I didn't mention this. Because cast your mind back, I don't know, 4 to 6 to 8 weeks ago. I was possessed by the Black Rainbow achievement on Upper Deck E-Pack.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
Fucking hell, that's a hard achievement, man. I mean, I still haven't, the red one's harder, but I haven't finished that yet. So it's 100 short print cards. You get roughly 4 a box, I think. No one wants to trade them. It's really hard to do. And then it's at the end, you could get a payoff. You get 2 autograph printing plates, 1-on-1s. And I've seen good, I've seen really, really good, and I've seen really, really bad. So I was very lucky. I got Takeshita and Chris Statlander 1-on-1 autos. So I was way more than happy with that. But yeah, it's a hard one. So like the red achievement, I've been put off doing it because you can get ref autos. I'm 100% getting 2 ref autos. So
Bryce Remsburg.
I thought, yeah, Bryce and fucking Stefan Smith or somebody, I don't know. Anyway, I've kind of thought, actually I'm going to stop buying so much of this just for this achievement. And if I can do it, I can do it. If not, no worries. But yeah, there you go. That finally mentioned.
And with that, the achievement, did you know, can you get an idea of kind of what has been hit and what hasn't been hit? So you kind of know if there's any big ones left?
Yeah. So obviously you've got like 4 of each colour. So if all 4 have been hit, it then doesn't show up on like when you click like view achievement, it will show you what you can hit.
Okay, nice.
And
if
all 4 have been hit, then that one disappears. So there was a couple of people that I was like, they're not there. And I'd definitely seen like, I think maybe like Anna J or somebody like that, who I'd definitely seen was in it, because there's a few people like Soraya's not in it. So yeah, you can.
That's really cool. Well done. I mean, that's a hard thing to try and do anyway, isn't it, really?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And then 1 of 1. I'm holding a 1 of 1. A 1 of 1 kiss card.
Oh, mate, well done.
We didn't mention it in the news, and I probably a good thing, because I think they're sold out.
They are.
They are, yeah.
Doing the breaking the 4th wall. So me and Sam sat down this week and recorded Squared Roots for October, and he said they sold out in 48 hours. He said it was the quickest selling thing he's ever released, which is really good considering he had quite a few cards there.
I wonder why.
Because Myla Grace.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture of these up on Instagram. But yeah, really happy with those purchases. I think he's doing really good stuff over there. So big up Sam at Kayfabe. Speaking of which, we did a deal. I got some 8x10s. He's a big 8x10 guy, and he's bought a big lot recently, and I got a few of like picked off some of his scraps. So I got a China, Ashley Massaro.
You can't do it like Frog, forget away.
China.
No way.
Ashley Massaro and Paul Heyman, but Black Cap, WCW, ECW Invasion era Paul Heyman.
Nice.
So yeah, I was pretty happy with them. And he sent me some, like, I think they're called photo files as well. And they're really cool. I like those. It might have opened a rabbit hole for me.
I've got some photo files and 8x10s I can do some deals on if you want. Of actually there, guys.
No, Jamie. No. Cards wise, I did pick up. I mean, I haven't really picked much up. But something I've been after for ages, I missed out on one of these. We never talk about the misses really anymore. But I missed out on one of these maybe 2 weeks ago, and then another one popped up for the starting bid was the price that the other one had sold for. So I was like, oh shit. But I put a bid in and there was no other bidders, and I won it for the same price. So it was a Mr. Perfect gold to 10 Premier level from Select 2024. So it's a colour match with the yellow singlet. So it looks sick. So I was pretty happy with that. And the last thing, I've shown Dave this. It's been a grail piece, really, for me. Since I kind of got back into wrestling cards, and especially since we started the podcast. I think I've mentioned it on the podcast, like in one of the earlier episodes. But it's how I used to buy wrestling cards. So I used to buy my wrestling cards in like hanger packs, but they'd have like a clear see-through front, so you could see the top card. I used to get them from W.H. Smith's, and I was adamant that this is where I used to buy them. Tunbridge Wells, W.H. Smith's, boom, there. And I mentioned it, I'd probably say in 2020. I'm not going to say where I mentioned it, but it was a UK thing. And I kind of got a bit poo-pooed by some people, and they kind of said, no, that's not how they were released. And I was like, am I misremembering it? And then I thought, no, fuck that. I'm not misremembering it. And I remember I asked my sister, because she's 3 years older than me, and she was like, no, 100%. that's how we used to buy them. And yeah, finally, after all this time of kind of having a save search and waiting for one to pop up, 1991 Merlin white border, English, not Italian, hanger pack cards. I found them on an auction house website.
Nice.
And yeah, they came with some baseball cards and a complete set of the 1991 classics as well, the blue border with Taker, Rookie and everything. And they are minty and like
nice.
Really minty. So the whole auction was one person owner, all of the stuff, you know, all the toys and whatever were in this, all the other auctions was all really, really nice. So yeah, 5 years of searching. I think I'm going to delete the saved search on eBay because I'm sick of fucking looking at it and not finding it. So yeah, I was well happy. It hasn't turned up yet. I was hoping it was going to come today, but it's going to come tomorrow. Issue with that is I'm not here tomorrow. No, that's not it, Jamie. Jamie's just thought he's found them. Like
no, I don't know. I don't know what they are. So
no, it's not them. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, so that's really cool that you found something like that. So
yeah, it's more like the validation for my own fucking brain. Like, was I remembering that right?
Was it Mandela effect?
I definitely was. Yeah, that's it. I'll send it now. But yeah, that's it from me this week.
That's cool though. So we've got some nice pieces all around then, really.
Yeah.
I've just put the picture in there, and it's even got a £1.50 W.H. Smith's price sticker on it. So that's validated it even more for me.
Yeah. £1.50 packs, mate. That's back in the day, isn't it?
And when Chris went for a leak earlier on, and we were discussing Scooby-Doo, and we'd ripped a couple of packs, and I got a Velma out of 25. So
Boom.
Hit of the night.
Hit of the day,
night.
yeah.
Yeah. Colour match. Orange colour match as well. It's an awesome card.
Right. Should we go into our final section of the show? Should we go into a little bit of Top Slam? I'm going to hand over to you boys because I haven't really been on Slam much this week.
Oh, Jamie.
So I've been dipping in and out, but I've not been going in there much at all. So while you boys lead on museum collection, I'm going to have a quick look in, rip a few packs, and I'll give you some live feedback on what I thought of these things as it goes. Yeah, museum collection, that's the main one we've seen come through the last couple of weeks. Have you gone into this quite heavily?
Go on, Chris.
I wouldn't say heavily. I haven't spent any real money on it. But I've bought quite a lot, and I really like it. It's other than like the Stadium Club and Merlin, this is my next favourite.
Mm.
I think I got an Ultimate Warrior auto today. And I just love that. I love that you can get Razor Ramon and Ultimate Warrior, and I can't decide on the picture. He's holding the WWF Championship, but it looks white. I don't know if it's the blue. Is it the blue one? But maybe it's in a bad lighting. I'm not sure. So I can't. I think it's the light blue one.
Mm. I just noticed that they've been doing booklets for it as well. I didn't really go in for it at all, to be honest, with Museum. I've kind of not taken a back seat on it. I just didn't go in for it. I remember Museum from last time, and I never really enjoyed it that much. Saying that, then, I'm looking at a booklet of Sheamus and Rusev, which I really love. But yeah, I never really... Yeah, it's cool. I remember from last time, it wasn't my favourite set from last time. I think that's kind of what put me off. So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they've done it, but I don't think it's ever going to be my favourite set, to be honest.
I mean, I think, look at what I've done. I mean, some of the relics and autos are really nice. I mean, it's just, it looks very Top Slammy, really. The biggest hit I had was Stephanie McMahon rare, but yeah, nothing major really here.
Mm-hmm. They did the other legendary set they did in the last 2 weeks, which was a bigger one, was the 5-star series 2. I don't know why they've had to make a second series of this, to be honest.
I just don't like the design of it. I'm not a fan of the design on this one.
Well, I hit a Cody out of 25 on the first series that they did, and I was just like, yeah, great, but it's just not for me, to be honest. So I didn't go in for that one either. So not like me, I just haven't really gone into them much, to be honest. Jamie, did you like the Dude Love icons of attitude?
Yeah, I haven't really done. Again, I have picked up the Dude Love because you obviously can buy the trio of cards together. I haven't really been paying much attention to the icons of attitude. Obviously, there's a few of them now at this point anyway. I will probably just do some trading for them down the line. But yeah, I mean, it's an inoffensive set. It's nothing major going on there, really, is it, to be honest? I'm a bit, I guess, we've had the Attitude Era cards already, and we've had icons of attitudes. It's not like it's a brand new thing at all, really, but it's fine. It's nothing too bad there. The other ones we had the Wrestlepalooza PLE set, which again is your normal, typical PLE set.
Did anyone do the predictions?
No.
I got all of them right. I think that's the first time ever. Because I only ever pick the card I want. I don't care about getting it right. I just want I'd rather that card than the other cards.
I'm surprised you went for the Brock Lesnar card.
But that's what I mean. I've already got Cena cards where I don't feel like I've got a newer Brock card, and I quite liked him in his cowboy hat.
So what's the print run of that in that case? What was the uptake of the Brock?
8,098.
I mean, it's not too bad, is it really?
I mean, Steph Vakura got 15,000, so I think most people probably went for that.
Yeah.
Whereas Cena and Lesnar, I guess, was a bit more split.
Well, it's 50-50 if you think of it the other way around, isn't it? So.
20,000 on AJ and CM Punk.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I did like the Wrestlepalooza PLE set. I think that was quite cool. I did spend a bit of money on that. I didn't mind that one at all. I thought it was quite fun. I like the razor buzzing on it and stuff like that. I think it was quite cool. Like the metal grinders that they've got
the
going
logo
on and everything. Yeah, I think that was quite cool. What else was there? They did a little afterwards. So the Palooza packs, that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the design of those. They're only up to like super rare, but yeah, I like the design of those. Sometimes simple is just, it works. Yeah. So that was quite cool. Outside of that, no big shakes. Though the Tops Now cards came out last night.
Yeah.
And obviously the big chase is Steph Vakura. I did buy one pack and got a Steph iconic black. So they're the harder ones to get. Would have preferred a red, but never mind, we move. But yeah, it's all cool.
I've just done 36,000 coins on Tops Now and not got a single Tops Now card yet. So it's not very good going, really, is it?
That's
you need to do diamonds.
Pretty shocking.
Bad, isn't it? I'm still waiting for it to crop up.
I always find it like, it is quite annoying sometimes. You think, oh God, what's happened here, kind of thing.
Yeah, I did 60,000 on museum collection and didn't hit anything until I got to 60,000. I was like, finally.
Well, they make it infuriating because they want you to spend money. Yeah. That's why they do it. So I can understand why the algorithm fucks you.
Yeah.
Because you're not making them any money doing what you're doing. It's all about money.
Okay, so 44,000 coins in, and I've just got Steph as a base. So there you go. It's going to take a lot of coins to get the whole lot. So yeah, you're definitely right there.
But you have to think about it. This is a money making this is not free. You know what I mean? It wouldn't exist if people didn't pump money into this app. So I kind of think of it like that it is a machine, and yeah, don't expect to get anything out of it, really, if you're not pumping money into it. I pump money into it and still get nothing fucking out of it. So, like, I'm fucked twice on this thing, but whatever. Good fun.
I will say, though, I've just got the poster, so I don't know, does that count as a top star card, or is that something different?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a common card.
So again, it's nothing really exciting there. So
it is like, if you buy millions of them, you're in for a potential one of one. But you need to buy about 20,000 million of them. Because that's what people like. If you go on the app now, you'll see there's an option to buy 15 of them at a time for like $1.99. So if you bought about 60 million of them, you'd probably be in with a chance of winning a one of one.
Just hit one in like 2 packs.
Yep. I hit one in.
Sorry, JB.
In the 3 pack.
it's mad, though, isn't it? It's crazy.
Well, it's money, mate.
That's the game. Yeah, that's it.
It's a machine.
We're getting back into the realm of Blez, aren't we?
Well, at least you get something out of Blez.
Yeah.
You don't get anything in this thing, to be honest.
No. So, I mean, anything else for Top Slam, or are we going to park Top Slam and see what happens in the next fortnight?
Yeah.
Park it.
Yeah.
I don't think much is going to happen. I think, if anything, Cactus Jack will come out as digital.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that would be, yeah.
How long do they normally, like Chrome came out maybe like 2 months after or something, so we probably got a little bit of a wait on Finest.
We'll have all the Halloween and October, like autumn design stuff, won't we, first?
Yeah.
And then it'll be Cactus Jack, I guess.
Yeah. Some point.
Okay.
Soon,
Cool.
hopefully.
Right, shall we send ourselves home and then we'll finish up for the night for another episode 85, ready for 86?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So, as we said earlier on, if you want to head over and join our Patreon, it is a great support to us and helps cover our overheads, and we'll give you lots of shows in love for that. So, if you want to join our the top tier, so that is £10 a month, you get benefit of all the bonus shows as soon as they get dropped. And as I said earlier on, we've already dropped 5 bonus shows this past month. So look out for those if you're on the Patreon. You are going to get the bonus card as well. So that is a bi-monthly card exclusively to the top tier members, and the print runs reflect the number of top tier members. So whenever you hop on, you'll start getting those cards. So they are very limited and definitely worth getting on. I say Chris dropped the last ones off and posted them off a few weeks ago. So the next ones will be coming out in October. And we'll be doing a special Halloween card for the top tier patrons. And you also get the chance to appear on the bonus shows. So you can come and do a Squared Roots and also do some polls and get involved with the pod that way. If you just want to join and pay us a cup of coffee and join the lower tier, again, is very much appreciated. You will still get all the bonus content that we put out. You just won't get all the top tier benefits of that as well. Coming up in October, we will be doing a set review, of course, of Finest when it lands. We also have a new edition of Squared Roots. As I mentioned, Sam from Kayfabe Cards is next month's guest. So he'll be coming on to go through his PC and pick his top 5 tracks. So that will be coming up in the second week of October. Plus, we will, of course, be doing other shows throughout October as well. So do look out for those. If, as always, you want to find us over on social media, you can search for Squared Circle Relics Pod on Instagram. We are doing daily images, and then we are doing kind of, maybe twice a week kind of reels or videos and interesting nuggets on there as well. So do give us a follow over on Instagram. And if you want to leave us a review anywhere like that, then please do. We're available on all the social media platforms. The podcast goes up on Spotify, Apple, Audible, everywhere. So if you just want to leave us a 5-star review, that would go a long way. But in the meantime, if you want to come find the Patreon, just search for Squared Circle Relics Podcast Patreon and then come sign up.
Quick one just on the cards front. So when Jamie says we send out a card, it's actually 3 cards.
Oh, there you go.
Per every 2 months. So yeah, you still get more than like 1 card a month, basically.
So it's definitely worth turning up for.
100%.
There's lots of cards go around. So I mean, we've got the. So again, if you sign up for the top tier, Chris will send you a DM, ask you for a few questions. We won't give away, but he'll ask you for a few questions. and then they will then go into the pot and become part of the Patreon card set. So really cool to be able, and you will get something. I think, Chris, you normally try and lean towards sending something of theirs within their first pack as well, don't you?
I think everyone has had one of their choices in the first lot of cards they received, sort of thing. So yeah,
it's pretty cool. And again, they are going out bi-monthly. So that's it, really, for me on the Patreon side. So over to you, boys. Send us on our way.
Just before you go on to that, I've got 7 of the cards from the previous sets. I've signed every single one with a 1 of 1 on it. So they've all got me with a 1 of 1 on it. So
nice.
I will give them, Chris, to you the next time I see you.
Yeah.
And then we can issue them out.
That's cool, because there might be a couple of cards in there that are actually sold out. So
there you go.
There you go. Somebody might get a full set when they weren't going to.
But I've done they're all different ways on the card. You know what I mean? I've done that on that side and stuff like that. So really,
that's the one that's sold out.
That's the sold out. So
that's the image variation.
All right. Okay. So I've signed them all anyway. So I'll get them sent out. I always send out most of the stuff I get anyway from the pod anyway, and I give it back. So always have done it. Always will generally. So I will send those out as part of future ones, just random ones, one at a time. Maybe
that's all good. Yeah, drip them in.
Yeah, drip them in. So, what else is there? Not a lot else to cover. Squared Circle Relics Podcast on so SCR Pod on Twitter, still there. The _ Lordy Boy on Instagram. Don't message me. Fine. No.
Did anyone message you yesterday about earthquakes from the Instagram feed? I did wonder if anyone was going to send you some Pandoras.
No, nothing.
It's because Dave's got all of the ones that have been pulled already.
Well, 42 of them,
yeah, the rest are still sealed.
I think it's 42, 46. Jamie's still got a couple. I've still got a couple of my Com C. I've got a massive stack. Literally, they're in front of me. I keep them on my desk at all times. So I've got a big stack of them in front of me. So
I've got an eBay safe search.
Yeah.
So every time they crop up, I buy them for you. So you just get stuck with them regardless.
Gladly, man. Thank you. The more the merrier. If we can get to 50% of it, I'd laugh, man. Because it's just can you imagine have 50% of a parallel from a premium product as well? I think that does make me laugh. What else is there? Slightly different sign off today. It's a double fuck you. There's been a lot of fuck yous on this podcast, especially to Tops. There needs to be another one, because I mentioned this, Chris, as we were leaving the pub. I mentioned this, and it has to be a massive fuck you. So the PWI 500 came out for this year, and Jelly Roll is number 38.
Jesus.
So massive fuck you all round for everyone involved with that. And do you want to say goodbye, everyone?
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you later.
And fuck John Cena as well.